Hey guys, Adam here with ExtremeTerrain.com, and today we're taking a closer look at and installing the Proven Ground Easy Hard Trifold tonneau cover available for the 05 to 15 Tacoma. You should be checking this out if you're looking for arguably one of the most popular tonneau covers in the category in terms of design and ease of use, perfect for protecting your cargo from would-be thieves and weather elements. Now this guy here is an Easy Hard Trifold, so let's break that down here. First and foremost, the trifold is again one of the most popular styles of tonneau cover. It separates the tonneau into 3 different sections, and you actually are only folding back 2 of them all the way back to the tailgate. That last 1/3 of the tonneau cover actually stays stationary, so that's something to keep in mind. You may lose a little bit of that vertical space in your bed, but of course it is easy to take off. Now, trifolds are typically some of the easier ones to use. You either unclamp it or pull a cord to unlock it. In this case, you have clamping systems on both sides, so you do have to go side to side in order to unlock it, but the clamp could not be easier to use. It's something that you bolt down one little bracket, and then of course you just clamp it to that and it keeps itself shut. Moving on to the hard section. Now this one here is sort of a mix of a hard and soft. It has that aluminum frame underneath, so that is the hard part of the cover. This top portion here is a leather grained vinyl, so this actually gives it the impression of being a soft cover, but it actually has that hard frame underneath. The aluminum frame under there is great for added support, for added weight. If you live in, say, a wintry weather area like we do here on the East Coast, we see a lot of snowfall in the wintry months. That weight being on top of the cover there is absolutely supported. And it typically would be with a soft cover. This is gonna add that extra support for not only those weather elements, but also those would-be thieves looking to knife into this. You could rip open this vinyl with a knife, but you're not getting through that aluminum shell with one. So adds that layer of protection. The easy part of that title refers to how easy it is to not only use, but also install. Most tonneau covers require you to install separate bed rails that attach to the sides of the factory bed, and then you clamp on the tonneau cover and you have to fiddle with all these loose, separate pieces and individual components. Not the case here. This tonneau cover basically drops right on and clamps onto the pre-existing utility rails with very simple brackets included in the kit that you just slot on. Now the Tacomas come with those utility rails from the factory. There are a couple of different versions of the hardware out there, but either way, it is pretty much the exact same operating sequence. Now when it comes to actually using this, like I said, clamps on either side, you fold it back. Once it's folded back to the windshield or the bulkhead there, you can snap it closed so that it stays folded up and you can actually drive with the tonneau cover open. Some of them actually require you to close the tonneau cover, especially on the cheaper side of the spectrum, before you can actually drive with it open. Not the case here. You can simply snap it open for the larger cargo, or if you're just looking to keep that guy open. This one here does lock shut with the tailgate closed, so nobody can get into this without having the keys to unlock that tailgate. All right, before we get into the install, I want to show you guys how to exactly use this Easy Hard Trifold tonneau cover. Now what we're going to do first, of course, is drop your tailgate, because you can't open it with the tailgate shut. On both sides, driver and passenger, you have a clamp that's within arm's reach from the outside of the vehicle. So we just want to lift up on the clamp, unclamp it from that latch, and then tuck the clamp back so that it's flush with the cover itself. Hop over to the other side and do the exact same thing. Once you do this a bunch of times, you'll do it without even having to look. You can just reach in and feel it. From there, you can tuck this guy back. You definitely want to make sure these are flush so the tonneau cover sits really neatly toward the back. Fold it one more time. From there, you can grab things and unfold it if you want to shut it again, or you can drive with it open by latching these guys shut just like that. Now, of course, you would do that on the other side, and it's nice and secure, and then you can tighten that strap here, of course. Now, when you want to close the tonneau cover, unsnap that from both sides, unfold once, unfold twice, then you want to head underneath and clamp it down. Just one. Two. See it's secure, shut your tailgate, and you're good to go. The price tag for this one comes right around 500 bucks. Install gets 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. After all, it's an Easy Hard Trifold tonneau cover. Easy, of course, gives it 1 out of 3 wrenches. Take you about 30 minutes to an hour from start to finish to get installed, especially if you have a helping hand on deck to take one side while you do the other. Now, I'm gonna work on this by myself. I'm gonna take you through the entire process here, but first I wanna show you how to use it, and then we'll hop on over to the install. First step here, you wanna take your tonneau cover out of the box as it is folded up. You don't even need to unfold it. What I like to do is place it on our truck bed, hop up in here, and then we're gonna lift up and set it across the front side of our truck bed over the bulkhead, right under the rear windshield. And then from there, we'll unfold it, make sure it lines up properly, fold it back up, and then start clamping it down. Next up, what we're gonna do is unfold our tonneau cover back to the tailgate, adjust the positioning if we need to, and then we're gonna fold it right back up so we can start clamping it down. Now you wanna start with the position even on both sides, and honestly, this one's pretty easy on the Tacoma, almost flush up against the backside, so that way you don't have to fiddle with front and rear. If you pull it back a little bit farther, it should line up on the tailgate pretty well. So I'm gonna start by unfolding it, by carefully pulling it back without shuffling the position. We wanna make sure we know exactly where it is. All right, it should come pretty flush with the end of the vehicle here. Shut your tailgate, make sure that it is. Ours looks actually really good. If you need to adjust the position, do so now. Once you like it, drop that tailgate back down, and we're gonna carefully fold it back up without shuffling it side to side. All right, and from here, let's head underneath and clamp it down. All right, next up, we're gonna take our clamps and we're gonna slot them into the utility rail built into the factory Tacoma bed. Now there are a couple different versions of these clamps. We have this one here that basically just slots in like this. You may have to loosen up the bolts in order to get that to have enough room. We're gonna do 2 of them. This one here, we're gonna slide all the way back, and then we're gonna take another one and leave it up here at front. Slide that back and do that same thing again with the second one. All right, next up what we're gonna do is take this clamp that we just inserted, bring that over so it's just underneath of that twist clamp. Now the twist clamp I'm actually gonna pull off just by popping that guy out, just so we have enough room to tighten these down. Grab the Allen key included in the kit and let's tighten down these 2 bolts. All right, so this is going to give you a place to tighten down this clamp, which we can put back in. You want to line that up underneath and then twist this knob to tighten it up against that clamp that we just inserted. All right, you want to make sure it's nice and snug. Push up on the tonneau cover. If it doesn't move, you're good to go. Once you have the front side tightened down, we're going to unfold our tonneau cover. Lift this guy up, fold it back once, and then you can see here, that's the next clamp. So we want that to fall right over top of the first clamp. Do that, now we head underneath and tighten them down. All right, for these clamps here, you just wanna make sure they're slid into position directly under that clamp, and you wanna tighten these down first as well with the Allen key. All right, from there, you want to tighten down this knob, spinning it to the right so that it's even there. So that way, when you clamp it down, it's nice and snug. Now that's pretty loose, so this might take a couple of tries. I'm gonna unclamp it, spin it a couple of times to tighten it up, make sure it stays in the position, clamp it down again, repeat on the other side, and you're good to go. That's gonna wrap up my review and install for the Proven Ground Easy Hard Trifold Tonneau Cover available for the 05 to 15 Tacoma. You can get yours right here at extremeterrain.com.